The following clip you're about to see is a small excerpt taken from my exclusive show on Rumble called Lies You Can Trust. It's fully uncensored because Rumble does freedom of speech. You can check it out live every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. But for now, enjoy this clip.
This is what Trump won. That is pretty massive. That is very massive. And while we're at it, here are the states that Harris won. All of them, what they have in common, yes, they're in the United States, they have that in common, but they also have this weird thing in common that none of those states require an ID to vote. Now, this is just purely coincidental, I'm sure. But here is something I just want to declare right now. If you look at the map of what Trump won, and obviously landslide victory, this is we the people. This is we the people that did this. This is not we the people. No ID to vote. Wow, Kamala won that. That is a corrupt system that is designed to empower itself, not empower you or I or any other American, but to empower itself. That is this corrupt system trying to win. And spoiler alert, it did not. We the people have won. Here's what I want you to think about, because I want to decide how you think. So here's what I want you to think about. There was so much thrown at Trump trying to defeat the man that represents the will of the people. There was a coup on Biden. By the way, I'm not even going to really talk about all the investigations, indictments, arrests, prosecutions, convictions, being deplatformed off of everything in 2021. Not to mention the rigging of 2020, not to mention the attempted rigging of this election. So much thrown at Trump. Aside from all that, just in terms of the machine being behind Kamala. They weren't behind her. They were against Trump. 100% of all mainstream media was doing their best to bash him. You had rigging in place this time. You have corporations. You have agencies, all against President Trump. All President Trump had was the people. And part of that is represented on members of We the People, like Joe Rogan. He's not part of the establishment, has President Trump on. Patrick Bet-David has President Trump on. Meanwhile, CBS, part of the machine, has Kamala on, does a little interview, and they edit her answers. They still come out dumb, but they look less dumb. They were trying their best. The machine, on behalf of Kamala, was paying celebrities up to $10 million to endorse her and appear at her rallies. All Trump had was we the people. Trump didn't pay people to endorse him, appear at his rallies. Show you the receipts on that in a second. It was just the will of the people. The machine lost. We the people won. And what's very important for us to realize is we have the power, not the establishment. The establishment is crumbling. I'll show you something really exciting about CNN in just a second. The corrupt system, it's still so stupid. It doesn't exactly realize how it lost. Even if it does realize how it lost, it won't be able to win because why it lost is it's not on the side of the people. If they were to learn something from this election, it would be you have to better fake being of the people, for the people. They still won't win doing that strategy, even though it's an improved strategy, because they're not actually representing people. This Trump win represents a tremendous realization. It's a shift, but it's more of a realization. The shift is the power has completely shifted to we the people. The realization is we the people have the power, but here's the more important realization we always have. We just forgot. We got brainwashed into thinking, they have the power. Look at the media. Look at the government agencies. Look at this and that. They never had the power. We just got tricked into not claiming our own power, not seeing that we've held the power all this time. Let's be honest, my friend. Society isn't exactly celebrating masculinity these days. Being strong, being a provider, being a leader, these aren't just old-fashioned values. They're part of our DNA as men. But something's working against us.
There is a war being waged against our testosterone. The core hormone that makes us men, testosterone, is being assaulted from all angles. Processed foods, environmental toxins, and constant stress. Which, by the way, did you know there's clinical research that shows the more stressed you are, the higher your cortisol levels go, and that inhibits your natural testosterone levels. As a man, your body wants to be strong, vital, and powerful, but it's being held back. That's why our friends at Sculpt Nation developed Test Boost. Test Boost works with your body's natural systems using 8 all-natural ingredients to help you reclaim what's yours. Reclaim your masculinity right now by going to sculptnation.com/JP. And there you'll save up to 51% on your first order, and this discount isn't going to be available forever. So reclaim your manhood right now by going to sculptnation.com/JP and check Test Boost out today. Now back to the video.
There's been a lot of waking up happen recently. I mean, can you imagine someone who is not only not supported by the entire establishment, but the entire establishment is as aggressively combative, defaming with lies, hypocrisy, and corruption as you can imagine against this person, and this person still wins? We're living in a great awakening, and the great awakening is us remembering we, the people, have always had the power. We realize we have it now. We realize we always have. We just forgot. Let's not forget that. Let's always remember it, because quite honestly, needing to re-experience a lesson in 10 years, 20 years, that's necessary to help us remember. That's pretty painful. It's been a pretty painful last 4 years. So we, the people, won this election. And I was texting with a friend. I want to share this. A very wise man. He said, JP, I think it was a blessing that Trump lost in 2020. Granted, there was rigging, but it was a blessing. That's intriguing. Tell me more. And in the conversation, what we talked about is, the last 4 years of the media, the FDA, the government being able to get more tyrannical, that has woken up so many more people. So many more people have not only woken up, but they've gotten proactively involved in caring and making a difference than if Trump won in 2020. We wouldn't have had that 4 years of awakening. So if Trump won in 2020, he would have won with not as many we the peoples being woken up. And I would have guessed 2024 might have went kind of maybe in a blue direction. Maybe not. There would have been a better chance. But I would dare say we are on a much more American trajectory for a much longer time because Trump lost or was stolen in 2020. God works in mysterious ways. It's time to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. What's next? Oh, yeah. I mentioned I was going to share something very exciting about CNN, which is absolutely a representation of the establishment that has just lost. It's been proven we, the people, have more power. So take a look at this. Breaking news! CNN will axe top stars in layoffs that'll see hundreds fired as ratings continue to tank. Wow, Anderson Cooper, he was paid $20 million a year? Geez, I wonder why they're tanking. What's her name? She's an idiot. I don't know her name, but my blood boils every time I see her. CNN to fire stars hundreds of staff and as network ratings continue to tank. That looks like a news headline. Kind of is. But metaphorically, what it really is you're seeing debris crumble off the machine. You are watching in front of you the corrupt establishment crumbling. Wow, the corrupt establishment's propaganda arm is not effective. Thus, you see it crumble right in front of you. Rest in peace, CNN.